1, 2, 3, 4. It keeps her, I have her body, her lower body pinned, and her upper body pinned clockwise. And then I did, and then I have the legs, I did all the
We've seen adhesion. Let me show you whiplash. But to understand whiplash, think about an automobile accident and what happens. You get hit from behind. Guy hit me doing 50 miles an hour. Ruined my neck. Most of us are familiar with that kind of whiplash, but that's purely involuntary. Martial artists are trained to capitalize on a reaction. Whiplash is a reaction. You're very involuntary. You don't have any choice. But martial artists are trained to capitalize on that. However, in most arts, it becomes an activity of opportunity. He presents something to me. Aha, I'm trained to react. I'll go ahead and take care of it. Indonesian players, however, capitalize on reaction by design. They call the shot. They set up everything that way. That's not really new from one perspective, because we do use that. And you can see that happen in a particular technique. You've seen me use this technique before. Jim? Just using the K-punch technique, he throws his haymaker. I step in and I hit him in the groin. Boom, pulls him right down. I hit him right in the head. That was by design. Unfortunately, that's just this much of the tools that are available to the martial artist. So it tends to be opportunistic, whereas that was a direct plan. Silat players plan from start to finish to use reaction. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Jim? If Jim has his back to me and he's beating on somebody and I realize that this has to stop, and I want to pull him down, if I grab him and just try to pull him, he can turn on me. He can beat me. What I want to do is, if I want to pull him down, I've got to push first, capitalize on his reaction, which is to push back. Then as he reacts, I pull him back down, just sticking out the hooks and pulling. Don't need to grip, don't need to do anything, just form a hook. Reaction-wise, it works just like that. Knees buckle, head comes back. This is whiplash. Forward, back. You can also do it from the front. You may be inside here on your opponent. From this position, his tendency is to want to back up anyway. So pulling him in, I'm going to meet more resistance. What I have to do is, from here, push and pull. And I can push him first, pull him right into a headbutt. They do this all the time, back and forth. Now, how does this whiplash work? It works on the principle that you can only resist force in one direction at a time, and resistance is futile. He holds his arm out very strong. If I go this way, he couldn't resist in that direction and in this direction with the same energy. Doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. One direction at a time. That's how whiplash works.
So whiplash is just eliciting a reaction. So we do that in several ways. One is, I'm going to do the handshake. I'm going to push. She's going to push back. I'm going to be careful of her finger.
Thank you.
I'm going to slap it in. I'm going to seat down to where my shoulder is right above her elbow, and then I just break her arm that way. So the idea is, most people, if I push, most guys are going to want to resist. So if she pushes back, I capitalize on that, and I do like a little slide hammer, where you have a little slide hammer to fix the dent, you screw it into the fender, and then you just hammer it out. That's sort of the same way. I come in here, hit, that's going to stretch her out, then I get in, and I'm going to seat in a little horse stance right here, and then just break her off. So at speed, it would be bam, that way. Now let's say it's a 6 foot, we'll do it one more time over here. I come in here, I push, just come in here, bam. Now, let's say she's somebody that's 6'5". That may not work, so I'm going to make a little adjustment. I can still push. She pushes back, and I just go down to here. And then instead of seating, I'm just going to go in, take her arm out that way. So she just make a small adjustment for the height of your person. Come in, and again, I have that pie wedge. My shoulder's going to be right above her elbow, and I just bam, and it would be breaking like that. So you come in here, whack, And I envision my shoulders sort of coming in and attacking. It's not just this. It's not just my arm doing that way. My shoulders actually just coming in the shoulder that way. The way that we elicit a reaction is the knee whip. So she puts her right foot forward. I'm going to come in here now. Now we used to do it like this, to where I'm coming in there. I go from the outside to in. As she resists, I just pop it up that way. Or I can go on the outside or the inside. I go to the outside. As she resists, I just pop it, and then I go on the inside. I'm going to add the soft glue and the smash and grab on this to just make it a little more flavorful. I'm still practicing that same thing. So I'm going to be in here. I'm going to go to the outside. As she resists, I slip off, and then I'm going to go to the inside. Once I got the inside, I'm going to do the soft glue, and then I'm just going to seat all the way down. The other way I'm going to do it, I'm going to be in here. I'm going to go from the outside. As she resists, I'm going to go to the inside, open the door, pop, and then I grab the other foot. So over here, so I'm going here, I whip in, whip out to here, take the soft glue out, and then just seat. Going on from the outside, I go to the outside, in, pop the groin, and then grab the other foot. Ideally, I want to be here, but if I'm here, I could just do the soft glue and take her down that way. So I'm going to be in the locker one position. I'm going to go to the outside, and I'm going to mix up my hands too. So I can do a hack in here. I roll as she resists. I pop it in here. I can grind. I can come in here and I get in a good lock. And then I want her weight about 80-20%. Roll it into there. And then a gentle flex all the way down. So come into here. I'm going to roll. I'm going to roll this way. Pop in here. I have to get her weight back. I mean, I could probably do it with somebody your size, but if it's a really big guy, it's not going to work. So I have to get the weight going back. I have to be in a good, solid lock. Pull it out with my whole body. I'm not just doing this. My whole body is coming out. I pull it out, and then I general flex. On the other side, I can still do the soft glue. I'm going to start on the outside. I slip in as she resists. I go here. I open the door, smash the groin, come into here. Now she's going this way. I have to have that still 80-20% weight distribution to pull it that way. If she has all the weight, if I don't take center, just like in I think our 8 defense grab, orange belt technique, if I come down here, I roll, pop, and I'm sort of like this, and she's standing straight up, that's not going to work. I have to forcefully take center. So I come in here, I roll, pop, boom, and I'm coming into here. I have head, hip, heel alignment. She's all twisted up going the other way. Then from here, I think she's either going to go down. If she doesn't go down, I can just make sure she goes down. That's here. I'm going to check here. At the same time, I'm going to withdraw into a Indo-cat, Indo-back stance in here. So she grabs, I'm just bam, slap in here, check in here. Now you got to be careful. I'm going to get my hand off of the neck, off of the brainstem here, and I'm going to sit down into here. Now you got to be careful with this. There were times when I've done this that somebody just hammered my neck right in the shoulder here. I mean, just like, and then that brainstem just in front. There were a couple times where I just sort of almost collapsed because you can't toughen up your brainstem. So I want to be careful with my partner on this. I hit, I come in, whack. Then I retract my arms, I'm going to go in, smack, boom here, and then I'm going to boom, boom, the other. So now she's going to get her left foot forward, grabbing with the left. What do I have to worry about? What do I have to worry about? She's grabbing with the left, I have to worry about the right. This takes care of the right. Then I'm going to come in, I'm going to sit down, bam. That's going to turn her slightly. I'm on the outside of her foot, so I'm in longitude. then I retract, then I'm going to come in, I'm going to pop her shoulders. My belt should be lower than hers. Not quite, but it should be here. I should be low. Then I'm going to do the pizza dust. It's going to go whack in here. This arm is going to drop down below her shoulder. Why? Because if it's here and I just do this, she just turns out of it. Yeah. By dropping that hand down, 1, 2, 3, 4. It keeps her, I have her body, her lower body pinned, I have her upper body pinned clockwise, and then I just bang. And then I have the leg, I can always general flick it down that way. So, it's just here 1, and then 2, and then move in 3, and it's just, we call it the pizza dust, we call it the double windshield wipers. So it's here, smack, hit, come in, hit, and then I can hit whatever target's there. I could do the jaw, neck, I could just do here, or I could just turn. I'm going to come in. We're being nice because I don't want to really hurt my partner's brainstem and just slam it into my shoulder. But to illustrate that, when I do this, I want to seat and do it that way and go straight to that hip. Because I'm not going to, if somebody grabs really strong, I'm not going to push it off. It has to be velocity. I got to come in here. At the same time, both hands retract after the initial hit of the brainstem. It retracts and it comes down to here. This goes to my shoulder. I have to, even if I practice it slow, I want to go down to here. Because I don't want to get in the habit of doing this, because I'm going to lose that battle. It has to be in my right shoulder here. Then I get off of it. Then as I go in, I'm using directional harmony, and I'm popping the shoulders this way as I lower. So I'm not, my arms just aren't turning the shoulders, my whole body's moving in. Then I come in